Hey guys, MD here. I'm going to show you guys my hunting setup that I've got going this year. We're allowed to bait where I hunt, and we're about, let's say, 20 days away from opening day. I'm going to show you guys my feeder setup. I use corn, but I'm going to show you guys how I did it. It's like a little DIY deer feeder. These cost about $8-10 a piece to make. Very simple. I made a few of them. Got them scattered out throughout several areas of the woods to see where I want to set up my stand. I've got 3 stands set up this year in the woods and feeders on all of them, and I'll show you guys kind of like the basic setup and how to make this, and then I'll show you my stand and stuff like that. So here, let me show you what this thing is, how this thing's put together. So what I got here is just your basic 4-inch pipe, PVC. You can actually go with sewer line. It's a lot thinner material. It's a lot cheaper as well, so you can get it even cheaper than this. But I just got the basic PVC pipe. I'm not sure the gauge of it or whatever, but it's a 4-inch pipe. It comes in, I think I got mine in a 10-foot section, and so I was able to, you know, I got two feeders out of one setup. Pretty easy to do. This is just the leftover trimmings right here. So what you'll need one of these little cap things. And what that does is it'll keep the rats out of it as well, so if the rats try to climb up in here. I've had that before, and that's disgusting because they get trapped in there and they rot, and then all of this is just waste and you're going to have to start over. And it also keeps the rain out of it from keeping the corn rotten. You'll need the 90-degree elbow joint right here, and then what I do with the leftover trimmings of this is I kind of cut a section about this wide, and then I half it, you know, to make this a little circular part, and then I use a blowtorch and I bend this end piece up to keep the corn from gravity feeding out. And it's pretty simple. And I drill a few holes on the bottom of the feeder part right here, and so to keep when it does rain, it drains out, and so again keeps it from rotting. And as the corn comes, as you can see, it auto feeds itself pretty well. So this one right here will hold about 30 pounds of corn. And what I do is I buy them by the 50-pound bag from a local farmer here for like $5, and then I take the other 20 pounds and I kind of scatter it around the area. And what that'll do is it'll kind of catch them as they're walking by, so they're not hitting it so much. They're going to feed more off of the area on the ground than they are off of this, but once the stuff on the ground is, they know where it is and they're going to come back and feed off of it. Also, what I do is I screw a hole into here and I just kind of put like a little lag bolt in here, and that allows me to strap it to the tree, which is a basic, you know, Harbor Freight cargo strap. I can get 4 of them for like $5 there. So that's pretty simple. I strap it to the tree to keep it off of the ground. I keep it off of the ground enough to where the squirrels don't have such easy access to it, because the squirrels are going to come and hit this stuff as well. And so it's a little bit harder for them to get to if it's off the ground. I've got cameras on my feeders, and I'll show you guys here at the end of the video exactly what's been eaten off of this. I've got raccoons coming up here, squirrels, a lot of fawn, because you know, the moms, it seems like they all had twins this year, so mom and two fawns to each one of them, and they've been hitting this a lot, and a few bucks too. So I got some good shooters, and this is where I've got the shooters at, is the shooter bucks are in this area. So I set up my stand, and I'll show you guys the setup on that right now. So about 50 yards away, I've got my ladder stand up here. It's a 20-foot stand, and I've got that set up, you know, like I said, about 50 yards away from the feeder. I don't want to be too close to it because I want them to be comfortable in the area, and I'm not really going to shoot the deer at the feeder area because I want to be able to continually shoot deer out of this spot throughout the winter. So I'm going to shoot them coming and going to the feeder. So I'm about 50 yards away, a little bit off of the path from it. I do have a direct shot at the feeder, so if you know, that prize buck walks in there, I guess I'll sacrifice my feeding area by taking him there. But as you can see, I've just got the standard burlap camouflage up there to take away my silhouette from the tree line, so it's kind of hidden. It's nice. I got my bow hanger up there. I'll show you guys that in a second. I've got my bow hanger hanging up right there. The bow hanger's hanging up there. I got the mud one. I like it because if I use my crossbow this winter, it's a little bit heavier than my bow, and if that little joint is bent, a lot of times it's gonna unscrew the bow hanger from the spot, and that can be a pain in the butt. This mud hanger has that little joint that comes down and separately screws into the tree, so it's a 2-point mount up on the tree, which keeps it from rotating from weight, which is a really nice one. The thing was like $5 too on Amazon. You can't beat that. So that's my basic setup, you guys. Pretty simple. These are really easy to make if your area allows baiting. Even if you're not allowed to bait, I'm pretty sure you guys can do it in the off season just to get some cameras to see the deer traffic that you're getting and what you have in your area. There's, you know, a decent amount of deer in here. I totally anticipate to fill my freezer this year. All my kids got their hunting licenses. My wife got hers, so we're set to go. We're ready to go for opening day. But I'll show you guys here at the end of the video some of the deer that I've got captured throughout the summer, and show you what we're dealing with. So it's kind of cool to see them with all their velvet on right now. I went out the other night and they have dropped all the velvet, so that's pretty good. They're ready to go. But the antlers still have velvet on the pictures. There's some good deer out there. I wish you guys all a good hunting season this year and best of luck. So I appreciate y'all watching. As always, get your families outdoors, and I'll catch you next time.